Hey guys, we have a really old school type of carry now. Phantom Assassin. Everybody knows this hero since forever. She's been deadly since the early days of Dota 1, and yeah, everybody knows that signature ult. Just it was always the talking right. Just get a couple of items if you play Phantom. She's gonna create 4.5, right? It's gonna destroy everybody. It's gonna splash that crit into everybody, just deletes people, right? Very known hero. The build, it's one of the heroes where you can't really experiment with different items. She has to go a very clear path. Maybe just one item that you can pick and choose, I would say, at the most. Everything else you'll need to get. So yeah, let's start. Boots, you would always get phase boots. I know power threads seem pretty appealing because of the extra attack speed, but you do not actually build attack speed with this hero. I know it's really weird. You're playing a carry. Why you're not building any attack speed? You just don't. Everything you get is from Phantom Strike. There's kind of talent that supports that. It's much more just building that damage, getting blacking so you can attack, and yeah, just you gotta kind of hope you get the crits, and then you either win or you lose the game, depending how many of these proc, right? Before the target can either escape, use some utility to save themselves. So yeah, it's also it can be pretty RNG-ish hero, but yeah, usually you get your value. So she's got the phase boots. She also needs to chase, and you know, blink is nice, but sometimes you can blink when the target is not there. There's something blocking you. Phase boots is just the best to get the straight line, fastest ways towards your target. Lets you escape much more easier. If you need to, like, let's say there's a wave here, you're kind of trapped. Phase boots is gonna give you that much boost, so you can get closer and just blink on the any target there, right? So you can kind of bridge this gap much more quickly than with anything else here. It's also, damage is also nice, extra armor, right? You'll be there fighting a lot in enemies' faces. Phase boots is the way. Now after phase boots, you'll be getting your first big item. There is no starting small with Phantom. You gotta go big for the first item. For me, a lot of times I see, like, at least in my opinion, it's a big mistake. People make Desolator first. Here's the thing: you're playing a carry. Every carry in the game needs to farm. You getting an item, even though it's a damage item, and still staying only on one unit per hit is the most, I think, always horrible thing you can do to a carry hero. Never ever would I make Desolator first in my life. You need to farm, and you need to farm fast, and even as soon as level 6 you hit level 6, you get your crits. What is better? What is like the best way to get a value out of this is to have a cleave effect. So when you crit, you splash all that extra damage immediately to everybody in a cone, right? So the first item that I always get is Battle Fury. Always Battle Fury. It just helps you farm. Goes great with Phantom Strike to improve like attack speed, the crit. Cleave is always guaranteed. Damage is the same. It's actually 10 more damage, right? This gives armor reduction, but that does not mean anything at all. You need to farm first, right? You need a farming item. Also, what I like doing on the lane when I go with Phantom is I would usually just get Quelling Blade and Tango, like 3 Tangos and Quelling Blade, and I would just go with that and save my max money and just get the ring, so people can't really bully you off the lane. They can harass you and stuff, but you can kind of just chill in the back for a bit and heal back up with the ring effect, ring of health. So everything just tells you to make Battle Fury first. It's incredibly bad to make this first. The main thing that I heard people like this is like, okay, but you can fight easier earlier, like, and delete people faster. It's not about that. It's an RNG anyways. It's great, but unless you get this and the whole thing combined, the kill is not gonna happen that easily anyways, and you cannot farm with this. And the thing is, you'll be getting Battle Fury anyways, so why would you get Battle Fury as a second item? Just get it as a first. Make your life easier, make life easier for everybody. Just farm from there, right? So yeah, I just get the ring, and they can't really bully me off the lane. If it's kind of bad, I just kind of stay back for a bit. I save money on tangos or anything else. So yeah, it becomes quickly Battle Fury. When you get Battle Fury, so this is the interesting part. Whatever item you go, if you went Desolate the first, whatever, when you get either one of these, you gotta take a look at the game and see the state of the game, how the game is going. Is your team winning, or is your team like taking a lot of fights and also losing those fights? There just might not be time to get the second item, and that generally just proves another point why you should get Battle Fury first, right? So if you wanna squeeze maximum time as possible, the best way is to have a cleave farming tool. It also gives you health, it also gives you mana. You need mana to be able to spam Phantom Strike on the jungle creeps. Helpful lets you farm uninterrupted, saves you on the lane, right? Everything says Mega Battle Fury, but yeah, if you have one of those, the game's kind of going bad. You might just be forced to rush Black King immediately. It's a hero that cannot play without Black King anyways. If the game is kind of demands from you that you have to rush this, I know it's not the nicest thing to make. It's kind of weak, right? 10 strength, 24 damage. It's really not that great, because you usually want to get like a second damage item before this, but sometimes there's no time. You have to go Black King. Whether you made this or Battle Fury, you will need to get to Black King anyways, right? So yeah, and if you, let's say, if you were forced, let's just drop it. If you were forced to go Black King after the first item, let's say that's Battle Fury, so boots Battle Fury, you had to make Black King fast, and now you're farming right for the next one. Then you should just make the Basher, because the game is gonna progress. You're gonna max out the Phantom Strike. You're probably gonna take this one as well, right? You're gonna be the high enough level, and then just the much bigger value becomes the whole thing of keeping them locked in with the dagger, right? So if you're forced to go this way, I just suggest getting a Basher immediately as the second one. It does not have to be a Basher. You can still make your Desolator, or if you went Desolator first, then you can get Battle Fury. But when I'm forced to rush this as the second big item, I immediately go to Basher after, and kind of take it from there. The path kind of changes at that point. If I get this, I would probably either get Abyssal upgrade, or I would just go straight for Satanic. Because game will progress a lot at that point. The fights are going to become nastier. You're going to be needing that extra health and heal, right? So depending on the game, it might completely disrupt let's say the normal flow, where the normal flow would be like phase boots into Battle Fury, farm with Battle Fury for the second damage, that being Desolator, gets your spell protection, stop being Black King bar, and then you would go either Basher or, like, if you need Satanic, but like normal mask is enough here, let's say. But yeah, if it was something like that, if anything happens I have to rush, I would just get Basher, pretty much decide, might just need this, like making another 50 damage item at that point might be useless in the whole grand scheme of things. You might just need some great utility like this. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain that part, but yeah. Anyways, in a game it would look something like this. Stacking damage is fine. You kind of need to stack damage because of the crits, right? You'll be stacking damage no matter what, and this is kind of the pure damage item. I kind of put some items here as well. There's always an option to go Skadi. Completely fine if you want to go that. There's like, if it's needed, utility item. If any hero on the enemy team has a butterfly, you need to get monkey, because this whole crits is useless if you can't hit, right? So you'll be making monkey then instead of whatever that would be there, let's say Desert or Skadi. Then we get a monkey. And some item that you can also think about is nullifier, but it costs a lot of money. It's a very specific item. If there's like a decreepify effect, if there's something annoying like that combined with maybe Aeon discs and Gold Scepters, so you can pretty much disable those and keep attacking, right? So if there's like some weird combo that happens in enemy team where everybody's just, you know, completely ethereal for some reason or covered in Aeon discs, might be a good option to think about the nullifier then. But yeah, usually you just end with something like this. Satanic goes last if the whole order was you were not rushed that much. You would just keep a nice mask here so you can get some heals. Although there's a on level 15 there's a free mask effect. It's exactly 15%. So you can kind of save 1k gold and really, you know, go towards something else if you didn't make it yet. Might be the money for Basher, might be the money for Skadi, might be the money for Piece of Monkey, right? Attack speed one or the spear. So yeah, usually if I'm getting like level in the normal speed, I kind of skip on the mask early and just take the lifesteal talent, and that carries me as a heal. But if you want to get the mask, you can get the mask if you want to start it off, right? Just keep in mind it's not cheap. Everything costs money. Everything that costs money that's not like directly damage here, especially with the lifesteal talent, can take away from some more important items, right? Even from the abyssal upgrades. So yeah, just think about that. But yeah, you would get eventually this upgraded to abyssal, but with Phantom, don't rush it. Just never rush abyssal with Phantom. You will need much more to get Satanic. When you're kind of out of fuel, you'll get out of fuel. You might get a kill or two, but then they're gonna get you very low. You're gonna be out of the blacking bar effect, and you're gonna be low. And the only way to regain health is to just press Satanic Blink. You can get the full health back in one hit if it crits. So yeah, it's one of the biggest values of Satanic on the carry that you can get is with Phantom. So Basher, I would just always leave Basher. Get Satanic first. If I have the money, upgrade this. But that's like a full build already. Game might be over by then. But yeah, just kind of, yeah. I mean, I said at the beginning it's a very straight line, but I guess with that change of you being forced to fight early, there might be some like a change of order, but you usually end up with this anyways, right? This is usually what you end up no matter what. Some damage, some bash, blacking bar, and Satanic. It's kind of the usual package for a carry, right? With a melee carry. But yeah, keep those in mind. It just there was a lot of cases when I played where people just kind of had just throw this away. They kind of had a Bell of Fury. The game was kind of messy. We needed the carry to fight, but the carry was still building damage. Once he built this and actually said like, okay guys, I'm gonna go fight now. When he joined the fight, he get immediately disabled, stunned, and killed. That's why I say it just might be the need to get this immediately, and then when you get this, sure, if you want to finish your Desolator, if you want to make a Basher, I would suggest this. And yeah, just think about it when you get the second damage item. Just think about it. Maybe it's just the best idea to rush Satanic immediately. Just immediately try to rush this. Kind of get more safety and secure in the game, right? But yeah, it's kind of hard to explain really when I would rush. I can't see the enemy team, I can't see the game right now, so I can't really say exactly when to get it, but I hope you kind of get the picture from all the explaining. And that's it, yeah. On the lane, I always like maxing the dagger. The one great advantage the Phantom has is she can last hit from very far away, right? So as you can see, the damage, the range of the dagger increases so much. So this is where you can stand, this is where you can reach. even early on the level 1, it's still like 550, like almost like a normal hero attack range. So if the lane gets kind of hot, they're kind of, you know, annoying you with a lot of tiny spells. You can just kind of stay back and try to time the last hit for the dagger. That's kind of why I usually, if the lane is like that, I just kind of max the dagger so I can do the farm no matter what. They can't stop me from farming, right? And yeah, that's kind of what I do. And 1 point into blur, just have that extra safety, and then try to max the Phantom Strike. That's for killing, that's for farming. Yeah, like I said, it depends on the lane. If you don't have to max this, you can keep it on level 1 and just max the blink, because you'll be heading to jungle anyways. Usually people know when they see Phantom, they kind of really want to gank that lane. People just kind of know about Phantom a lot, and if there's any other carry, they kind of tend to ignore it, but when they see Phantom, they really like ganking you. So it might be just, you know, better to, if this is not needed, to just dump stuff into Phantom Strike, because you just might be harassed into jungle. And this is the best way to farm the jungle quickly, at least until you get Battle Fury. So that would be stuff on the lane. Talent trees are left now. Okay, so the first one is kind of really, in my opinion, that can kind of get you baited with the pick because of the Stifling Dagger, right? So the whole thing is, this is 6 seconds. This really puts it low to 4 seconds. Here's the problem though. Phantom is not a it's not a support hero. It's not a like a harass. It's not a hero that harasses with his spells in that way. I think it's like the biggest bait for any hero early. You need to pick the Phantom Strike duration. This is the one that you need to pick, and that is because you need your attack speed bonus, right? This goes to 150. You need that 150 attack speed bonus to last as long as you can, so you can get the crit proc, right? Spamming this does not do anything for you. You need to get the max value out of Phantom Strike. You need to be able to, like, once you blink, that attack speed needs to last as long as it can, to give you the maximum chance to get your crit proc, right? 6 seconds is completely fine. It's really low anyways. I mean, also for farming jungle, you need your Phantom Strike duration becomes so much better with Battle Fury. Just blinking on Ancients with this, you keep hitting. It's like a big, it's not like some attack speed, it's 150 attack speed, right? That's your Moon Shard there almost. It's bigger than Moon Shard actually, right? So yeah, always take this. It's not immediately value, but it's much more value, especially like in the mid to late. Just being able to retain that attack speed without having to cast it again. It's 5 seconds, right? I always get this. Second one, like I said, I like to take my free lifesteal, so I can save the 1k on the mask, put that 1k gold into something else. You might not just have time. You might need to fight fast. You might need to dump that money into something really useful. Just use it on the talent. Save yourself 1000 gold or 900. Go put it somewhere towards something more useful. Third one is, of course, the lure evasion. You can skip this, of course, if you kind of see some signs of enemy carry or whoever there is. If you see signs of them already going for monkey, people kind of just like making monkey anyways. They also already know when you see Phantom, you make monkey. It's like the oldest thing ever, right? You can make this and not make it depending on the hero, but when you play against Phantom, people already know, okay, there's a Phantom. The only item that I gotta make is monkey and I can fight her. So yeah, like I said, if you can get some value out of this, you're already gonna be on 50%. 50% is more than enough. For other heroes, I guess it can work so they can hit you, but if their carry can hit you, it's not that big of a difference, right? If other heroes miss you, because other heroes are not really damage dealers. I guess unless it's like a Slardar or something. But yeah, so kind of choose on that one. People just usually know to counter you, so it kind of completely deletes the talent, but this is not so special anyways. It's great when it procs, but it needs to proc, right? It has to proc. I mean, proc the crit, right? The damage alone is not that amazing. The dagger becomes really nasty when it actually procs the crit on it. And yeah, your dagger can also bash people. That is probably the weirdest thing. So when you throw the dagger, you can like crit and you can bash them. Your dagger can kill people. Really, it's really nasty when it happens. So yeah, kind of choose on that one. And the last one, I always take the crit chance. I've seen a lot of people take this. Just do not do that. It's kind of like who else was there? Maybe if I remember correctly, Joe Ranger has it for her ult. You cannot miss extra chance to get a 450% more crit, right? You do not skip on that. You're playing a carry that depends solely on crit. Phantom without crit is probably the saddest thing you'll ever see in a fight. It happened to me a bunch of times where I just can't finish off the hero. I just don't get any proc for some reason. I had a talent, of course, but it just didn't happen. You kind of just there right clicking, and it looks really bad. So try to get that if you reach 25. Crits is the main thing. You can one shot people. You can really one shot any like weaker support. You can one shot their carry. If the carry is not somebody that like dumped some money into stats, considering items. So yeah, it's always the right one. Always. And yeah, that's it. Shard is also nice, but wait with shard. Shard is not something that you just be like, I got some items, let me just dump. No, you just wait with shard. Shard is like strictly for some nasty offlaners. Otherwise, it's not that great, right? I know it gives break, but like unless I got my items and I'm still having trouble, maybe there's like like a centaur, maybe there's like bristleback, tides. I might get shard. Otherwise, I really don't care about shard. There's much more important stuff that you need to get. Much more important stuff. And the whole odds are on you. You're playing a carry. No time to play with fan of knives, right? And do the funny animations. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the main stuff. This is the stuff that you can get if you want. Keep in mind this is a lot of money, but can be pretty useful, like Aeon Discs, Decrypifies, Ghost Scepters, Ethereals, just cancels it. And Scotty can be nice for some stats also, it gives slow. But usually you kind of just want the pure damage, right? Keep in mind Monkey if there's evasion, if there's butterfly effect. And yeah, I should be fine. One thing also, try not to die on the lane at all if you can. Don't engage into fights if your support is baiting, pinging you like, come on man, fight. You just stay back and farm. It is really not the type of hero you can play around that much. Just only go for kills if you really feel like you can get them. You never know what's gonna happen if somebody's gonna teleport on their tower, kill you. You die a couple of times like that, you lose the level, you lose the money. You're gonna farm reports, people are gonna flame you, why did you fight now, even though they ping you to fight. Just stay on the lane and try to farm. And again, if you get pushed back, use your dagger, get the last hits with this. Always remember to use this for last hits so you can keep the distance. It's like you're there, you're gonna get the XP, you're gonna get the gold. And again, max this completely if that's the lane that you get, right? And yeah, that's everything more time. That was Phantom. Pretty interesting, but like I said, a lot of people know how to counter you. Any hero can counter her just with the monkey, and just keep that in mind when you play her. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.